Welcome to Simply Upgrade. So it's long back. So we have not talked about ChatGPT. And we left at ChatGPT template, and we had to look at different features of ChatGPT and how it helps in the in the day job and the things, and how it is helping the IT industry, and the AI tool that we know, that how it is helping to write a code, as well as how it do analytics, all that we can see, and what are the differences between ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT Plus. So we're gonna look at today. So let's talk about, and let's get into the layout first. And so layout will look very normal, so both will have the same layout, and we'll see you can switch the version between uh, GPT 3.5 and the 4.0. And you can see that the GPT-4 it has with DALL-E, we say, and which is the algorithm, and we say to generate the images with AI. So that is introduced, and now it is publicly available on the in Plus. So GPT 4 is especially available for GPT Plus users. So you need to pay $20 per month. Right now it is the price is at, and you can choose the different plans. You can upgrade to team plans if you have so many people in your organization, or if you want to work as a team. And 3.5 is still available for everybody as public, but the main differences you can see, you can't say GPT 3.5, less generation, I mean less content it will generate, and you will not expect the more premium content in that. I can say, more or less it will be like maybe number of characters is completely less. You can see the full story of anything. And I did try it with 4.0, like writing a story as well. Like, say, you imagine a story that has telling about, say, I write about friend story. Like, I put a story this like, so three friends are there, and you tell them, it tell it to about that, say, we friends are like, village, they started primary school, and then they, one of them become a farmer, and then one of them become an engineer, and one of them become a doctor. And if you tell the 4 lines of that synopsis, that it will create the whole entire story with all the nice images. And so you will just say, surprise of it when it comes to content writing. It helps really to say, write a beautiful content, a better content, and very advanced level, with a light, very imaginary. So it's like a sketches. You can't imagine that you can't ask any artist to just do some sketches for my book, right? So you can ask GPT to write, create images, right? So very good images, nicely done. So, and it's not animated though, but you'll have like art kind of a feel. And so you can create entire that. Not only that, so when it comes to IT, so I feel that, okay, now I want a program to write for anything, so it does it. But 3.5 also it does. But what is the difference between both this? But the whole content will be like, say, it will put into like a um, big advantage is that it will look like exactly the human written. And it will, I'm sure that I did generated the code, and very bug free, and I don't think you'll see bugs there. Like, we do even write levels, but I think this model is not at all doing the same. I'll show you one example that why. And this is why it will impact IT jobs as well. But so jobs, in the sense, it will be like a negative or positive, so both are. So there are very positive, like you can do your day job, like, say, if you are spending 8 hours, so you can imagine spend only 2 to 3 hours and get this job done. Okay, then I'm good, the remaining hours are mine, and I can spend on writing or upskill myself and getting bigger. So when it comes to negative, so if you're not learning about, like, how ChatGPT helping and how can I use ChatGPT, because there are a lot of people, when it comes to imagine like 20% of the work we do, and we don't need, like, just imagine, like, even though if it is 50% of the work, if it is at least done, when I say 20% of the hours, but just consider 50%, then in the job hours, like, if there are 8 hours, then rightly 4 hours, the other 50% people we don't need. I mean, the whole IT industry don't need us, right? So when then we are into trouble. So now that is one negative. But and we need to upskill, right? We need to keep learning new skills and learn about that, and slowly learn about different available tools and API tools available out there. Okay, so now when it comes to GPT-4, I did say stories, coding, and so it does analytics, and it does predictions, so it does return code and all, and it does analytics also, and it does AI imaginary creation, that I said, like TLLE. So these are, I think, previous, and the only restriction is that it is showing you on this. So when it comes to so you can see here, right? So it does show you the condition that show like 40 messages per 3 hours. So the only reason is that it is a premium and it does so much generation. So that's the difference. So let's try. So what I will do, as I said, right? So first I will do generate an example of a code with a DLL, then I will generate different images, and we'll come up with the differences. I already told you that the way more content, all that. So and it does with images, as I said, it can generate the stories and all. So let's try that. So let's create a table. It can be like, consider I'm doing a business, and which is into e-commerce. So now say we need a products table, right, of course. So I'll ask ChatGPT to generate a table for myself with MySQL. Okay, generate products table. Sorry for the spelling mistakes. Table for MySQL database. So you don't need to, generally you don't need to mention anything, but so it does know that obviously that's what are the different fields it will have. So let's generate it. So it will show you the schema and different. So let's see what's happening now. So you don't write literally any code for creating a table. You go and just generate it. Basically we are not at all doing it, so we use MySQL Studio or the data grape or DB or different kind of tools. Now let's say now it's done, one step is done. Now our goal is to create APIs for the table. Okay, so let's imagine that we want to create a CRUD operations, and I want that to be generated in the good frameworks, or one of the best framework available in the industry is Fast API. So now I'll choose that. So let's see what happens. Now I want to do with Fast API. I'll request ChatGPT to generate a Fast API for the given table. Okay, so be kind to the model. So now what is the connection we need to do? With the MySQL connection, right? Let's see what happens. So let's look at it, what's happening, and this is what going to be happen for us. It will tells you from zero that you need to set up an environment, and then you install the given drivers, MySQL client and by MySQL, and define all the cloud operations. Let's see what happens. So it is doing everything for us. Yep. And as we know that EVCon is like a web server, so we need the fast API to run, and SQL Alchemy is something that we use for connectivity and the modeling, and then there is a connection library called PyMySQL. Okay, so you see all the models, database model, and you see this is SQL Alchemy URL, connection URL string, I can say connection string, and you see that parentic schema, and then you see create product, all that, and now you see, so you can define your own way of doing it, like you can put your logic inside. So because most of the work is already done here now, right? So it's so simple. Now you see how the CRUD operations are performed with the API. So delete, update, create everything, and fast API routes. See what's happening, it's still creating it, but though imagine how much time it is taking. Yeah, I said okay, I'll ask to continue generating. Okay, so let's see, wait for it. And imagine, so I want to test the application, so let's see, I want to generate unit testing. We'll generate that as well with ChatGPT. Yeah, so we all get most of the code done, and we just need to put our business logic inside and improve the code, but most of the core code is done already, right? So that saves most of the time for us, right? Say, as I said, you can just learn 4 hours has been saved now. Okay, I'll just generate unit testing also. So we will look at this, and you see all the test cases are now it is writing, and there's a basic test like update, add, all the CRUD operations. So we just need this. So we can do all the different kinds of assets and then do the remaining work, right? Okay, so now this is a coding example that I talk about. Now there are different examples we're gonna see in the next classes that will involve the story writing, and that will involve the analytics, and that will involve image generations. I know how we can do better imaging, and we can look at the uh, analysis also, data analysis with the different models, ML models. So not only this basic analysis. Okay, so now this is one of the coding example. So I would like to talk more about ChatGPT 4, and the different features that we have, and over on everything in ChatGPT. Okay, so we'll talk about why it become, and there are different competitors as well, like right, Sonic, all that, and we'll talk about that as well. So how that is helping, and for writing all the content, and also I did written good articles with right, Sonic, so it does very well. So but whenever you want to do something very handy, ChatGPT is the best option available, and 4 is very good. I've been using it for months. It's been pretty good. So let's talk more about ChatGPT in the next classes. And thank you so much, and please subscribe and do share with your friends, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good day.